Hi, today we're going to take a look at this. This is the Wimberley Plamp 2, which is an interesting looking clamp, which we're going to look at, as well as some of its accessories, which you can look at here, like this, and this thing, as well as this strange looking thing, which is not designed to kill vampires, although maybe it can, we don't know. But let's start by taking a look at the clamp itself and what it can do. So let's take a look at the Plamp 2, which is this thing over here. As you can see, there are two clamps here and a pretty thick and heavy-duty gooseneck in the middle. Now, we really like goosenecks. They're very, very helpful devices for connecting things and getting the most flexible solution that you can have. Now, we have a lot of experience with different goosenecks, and we're going to show you something in one of our upcoming videos about a very interesting gooseneck that we have been using. But just to keep things into perspective, this gooseneck is very good, although this one, which you can see here, which we purchased on eBay for basically clamping all sorts of diffusers and other light accessories, is basically total junk. Although it's made out of metal, and this one is made out of plastic or hard plastic, this is simply, too weak to hold anything of any weight, while this thing is actually pretty solid. So its looks can be deceiving when it comes to goosenecks. Metal is not necessarily better than plastic, and this sort of design is not necessarily better than this one. Actually, it's much worse. So this is a very good gooseneck. This isn't. So back to what we are going to show you here. This thing is designed to clamp into, let's say, a table or even a chair or all sorts of other things, but the primary thing that this was designed to get into or to hold into are these tubes here, and we're going to show you a demo of how you actually going to use them in a second. But this is basically the idea. This is what you're supposed to hold this onto, so just like this, and very, very simple. So this is one hand. The other hand, which is probably more important, is this thing over here, which you open with this screw. And as you can see, it has three different places or locations for holding stuff. So you have this thing over here, you have this sponge thing in the middle, and then you have this very, very small groove, I think, in the back. The groove in the back is designed to hold the stem of let's say a flower, for example. So this is what you're supposed to be using for holding flowers, which is the main purpose of this clamp. And the thing in the front is designed to hold this, which is an accessory that you can purchase for this. We actually got it from Wimberley, which is the developer or the manufacturer of this product. And as you can see, it's very easy to clamp this like this, and basically it's pretty solid. It's not going to go anywhere. Although I have to say that when you hold this in this way, it doesn't have the same holding power that a simple clamp like this has. So bear this in mind, but this can be helpful, and we will see again a demo of how you can use this later on in the video. So this is another piece, and you have basically two of these tubings, which we will show you how you use them later on, but you basically connect them very simply like this. And you have this stake, which you can put like this in the end of one of the tubes, and this gets stuck into the ground basically, and holds this entire tubing into the ground. Now this is basically just an extension. Again, you can buy this separately, I think, from the entire gooseneck, the entire Plamp itself. there is an instruction that comes with this telling you how to actually apply or attach it to the section that you already have. You basically pop this open, and then you have to put it in water and all sorts of other stuff. We actually didn't try it because we didn't need it. This tubing is enough for whatever we needed to do, but you can use it if you just need to extend this by, I think, maybe 20 centimeters or 25 centimeters, which is the length of what we have here. So this is all the parts that comes with the Plamp 2. Very, very nice package, very useful. And next we're going to see what you can actually do with all these parts.
So here we have a real-world scenario. As you can see, we have this flower here, but the problem is that it's moving. We don't have a lot of wind, but still the flower is moving, and we would like to make it stable, maybe as stable as possible. And here comes the Plamp to our rescue. So in this case, what we are going to do is take this stake and basically put it in the ground, deep into the ground, and then we take the Plamp itself with the clamp, the two clamps actually. We put it into the piece that we have on the ground, and what we do now is basically take this stem of the flower without hurting the flower itself, and we place it like this. And now we have a flower that, although the leaves are moving, the flower itself is completely stationary. So this is very, very convenient if you're shooting flowers or insects on flowers. Now let's say that we have a flower which is a little bit taller. What we can do is first, just like before, stick the stake into the ground. But now what we do is take this extension tube and basically put it on top of the first one. And then we can use the Plamp 2, just like before, to connect it and hold the flower. If the flower is a little bit further away, what we can do is use this extension rod, which basically connects to here, which gives us another hand. And in this way, we can very easily reach the flower.
So let's sum up our short experience with the Plamp 2. We have used this flexible clamp for a few weeks now. It is very well built, and the design of both the clamp and the accessories is very simple and straightforward, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is basically letting you hold the flower either outside or in the studio in a very flexible way with close to zero movement. So who is the target audience for the Plamp 2? Well, if you're serious about shooting flowers or insects outdoors, this is, at least in our opinion, a must-have tool. It is well made and easy to carry and use, and although you can probably make a DIY solution that will do at least some of what the Plamp 2 does, we really see no point in doing so, as this unit is so well made and relatively affordable. Can you also use it in the studio to hold reflectors, diffusers and other accessories? Well, maybe, if they are small enough and have the right shape. The problem is not with the gooseneck, which as we have mentioned is quite solid, but actually the way the clamp works, which is mostly designed to hold the stem of a flower and not the side of a diffuser. It would have been nice though if Wimberley would have come up with a similar solution with a different head that is specifically designed for holding small reflectors and diffusers. As for pricing, the Plamp 2 on its own costs just under $45, and one tube and a stake cost another $17. Wimberley probably should create a lower priced kit of all the stuff that you have seen on this video for under $50 or at the most $60, but this is just our suggestion.
So this was our look at the Wimberley Plamp 2. It was a lot of fun making this video, and although we didn't kill any vampires, we would highly recommend this clamp to anybody who's shooting a lot of flowers and insects, or even people who are shooting in the studio a lot of macro and product photography and need something very gentle but still very, very flexible that can hold all sorts of items. So as always, you can read the full review on Lensvid, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you on the next video.